Christians and Jews should not pray with Muslims. Specifically, they should not pray Al-Fātiha, the opening surah of the Quran, because it says in Surah chapter 1, verse 1 through 7, it says, "In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful, praise be to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the compassionate, the merciful, master of the day of judgment. You do we worship. You do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have favored, not of those whom you have earned your anger or those who have gone astray." Now we need to understand that the issue with this prayer is in verse chapter 7, and Muhammad comments on this in Bukhari 782, narrated Abu Hurairah. Allah's messenger said, "Say Amen when the Imam says not on the straight path those who have earned your anger, such as the Jews, nor those who go astray, such as the Christians. All the past sins of the person whose saying of Amen coincides with that of the angels will be forgiven." So Muhammad tells us who the people who go astray are. It's the Jews and the Christians who have earned Allah's anger and who have gone astray. And Ibn Kathir, commenting on this verse, he says, "Not in the way of those who have earned your anger, nor of those who went astray, meaning guide us to the straight path, the path of those whom you have bestowed your grace, that is, the people of the guidance, sincerity, and obedience to Allah and His messengers. They are the people who adhere to Allah's commandments and refrain from committing what He has prohibited, but help us to avoid the path of those who Allah's anger is with, whose intentions are corrupt, who know the truth yet deviate from it. Also help us to avoid the path of those who were led astray, who lost the true knowledge, and as a result are wandering in misguidance, unable to find the correct path. Allah asserted that the two paths He described here are both misguided, from whom He repeated the negation. Not these two paths are the paths of the Christians and the Jews, a fact that the believers should be aware of, so that He avoids them. The path of the believers is knowledge of the truth and abiding by it. In comparison, the Jews abandoned practicing their religion, while the Christians lost the true knowledge. This is why anger descended upon the Jews while being described as led astray. It is more appropriate of the Christians. Those who know but avoid implementing the truth deserve the anger, unlike those who are ignorant. The Christians want to seek the true knowledge but are unable to find it because they did not seek it from its proper resources. This is saying that the Christians didn't find the proper knowledge because they didn't seek it from the Quran. So, verse 7 of the first surah is actually a condemnation of the Jews and Christians. And this is specifically why Jews and Christians should not pray the opening surah with Muslims, because we are condemning ourselves in the prayers, and the Muslims know this. That's why Christians should not be praying this prayer with the Muslims.